So we've talked a lot about our sweet Rita. Everyone loves Rita, y'all. We love Rita so darn much. But because of Rita, we've had to make a couple of adjustments. Let me show you what our new arrangement is. All because of the sweet, wonderful little girl right here. Baby, you know that we love you so much, right? We want the best for you. But my friends, the problem is, even though we love her so much, there are some who don't love her as much. Indy likes, ouch! Why did you do that? Why did you do that to me? You need to settle it down. Indy, sir, I'm glad I'm wearing pants. Ouch. That does not feel good. I'm going to put you in there with Rita. I'm going to put you in there with Rita. Now get down, boy. Guys, give me a moment here. Stop it. Hold on. And Cornholio's in a bad mood. You done? Burp it out. Burp it out and settle yourself down. Are you done? All right, he's empty. He's empty. He's empty. Here, look at yourself. Look at yourself here. Look how handsome you look. Come here. Look how handsome you are. Look at yourself right there. Look at yourself. Ow! Look at yourself right there. Turn around and look at your own self. Look how handsome you are. There, see? See that handsome blue dot? Oh, I need my phone. You need to stop. Corny, I need my phone. Hold on. So because of Rita not getting along so well with some of our other babies, we've decided to do some pasture moving, some pasture rearrangements. And we will start right over here. Guys, from now on and until further notice, Donkey Dan and Imogene will now be part of the Littles pasture. Hey, sweetie. Hi, Trudy. I love you. I do. I love you so much. Want me to come love you? It's not time to eat, baby. It's not time for a snack. But there's some time for some belly rubbing. It's time for some belly whoops. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Does that feel nice? No, you don't feel like doing that right now. All right, we're not going to love Trudy right now. Hey, Timmy. Hey, Newt. Hi, Peggy Pig. Oh, Ringy, your knees are so sore. Ringy, where are you going? Why are you looking so shy? All right, well, what I was going to talk about is for the time being, we have decided to go ahead and leave Donkey Dan and Imogene here in with our littles. Here with the littles, they're more comfortable than they are out in the pasture with Rita. Rita's not being very nice to them, y'all. Rita has not been very nice to them at all. And so we've decided to go ahead and leave these two donkeys here with our littles. They will help be the protectors of our goats. Donkey Danny, they're going to help protect our goats and keep all of our little short-legged babies safe. And in that, they're going to do a wonderful job. Right, Danny boy? Want me to sing to you? Can I sing to you? Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone, and all the flowers dying. Where you go, I must abide. Let me just go ahead and whistle that song to you. Hey, sissy, I was loving Danny. Daddy, I'm not quite done yet. I was just going to love Danny, and I'm whistling his favorite song. I will love you, though, for a moment. All right. Now, what that means is that here in our bullpen pasture, we do call it the bullpen, y'all. This is our bullpen pasture. This is where we're going to be housing Rita. This is where we're going to be housing Rita and Indy. Rita and Indy will be staying over here. Well, you must really like that song, Danny. He wants to hear some more of that. That was really good, Daddy. I'd like to hear some more of that singing. Or does he like whistling? Anyway, so Donkey Dan and Imogene over in this pasture. We will keep Rita and Indy in our bullpen. Let me just show you real fast. I have to go inside. But the bullpen pasture consists of this here. We have an open gate in the next section. There's a pond over there. There's also a berm. So this is plenty of grass for one yearling alpaca and a very young horse. Plenty of pasture. There's a little bit of shade from this tree here. There's a lot more shade from the trees there in the back. And they have shelter over here where they're at now. I'll just creep through the pig pen and I'll have a little sneak peek at them. Hi, Indy. Now, y'all are saying, why does Indy got to be with Rita? Because Indy, look how she's looking at me. Indy is the only one that gets along with Rita because she does not put up with any of her crap. She doesn't. Indy does not put up with any of Rita's crap. And so that's why Indy gets the pleasure of hanging out and being the friend to Rita. You might want to hush it up. You might just want to hush it up. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to scream. Anyway, Annie and Erndy, of course, are in here with Ringo and all the goats. And Pig Trudy, our grand protector, our wonderful Pig Trudy. All right, let's move on along and show you all the other horses and donkeys. All right, so what we thought we would do is go ahead and separate Rita from these two. Now, we also have the, allow me to close it. Boy, back up. Woo. Now, we also have, I want to check that water. We have our two geldings over here, along with these donkeys. That would be Beverly and Ivy. Guys, they've all formed kind of a friendship and kind of a pact with each other, and they're all going to be fine. They can come by and visit Rita. They can stand right here outside, right outside or alongside the fence if they want to, but they're not going to be exposed to her constantly walking around and nagging and picking and kicking. Yes, you heard me right when I said kicking, because they do in fact kick each other. And it really saddened me, and I mean it greatly saddened me, to see the most recent mark. Bum, bum, bum. That would be where Rita connected right to our poor little guy's face. That was swelling and burst open. That's horrible. And we're not gonna have that, y'all. You can be as mad as you wanna be. You can scream and holler, you can stomp your foot, and you can do whatever you wanna do, but we're not gonna have that. Because that could have been really bad. And I'm so sorry, Voodoo. So Voodoo and Bucky's, who get along great, along with these two donkeys who are all part of the same squad, have the remaining 20 acres to themselves. They have plenty of shelter in this section of barn right here, along with that big section of barn right there. Like I said, they can come up along the fence line and talk to Rita if they want to talk. They can hang out. We still have their lunging round pen here. No one's going to be congested when it's time to eat. Rita and them have their own area to eat. And of course, Voodoo and these donkeys, I didn't mean to walk right past you. You're like, what did I do to hurt your feelings? You didn't do anything, sweetie. I was just talking about my video. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. But the donkeys here, or the ponies, can walk right down this lane. And at that point, they have access to not only my property, and then the property that I bought from Joanne and Uncle Raleigh, but all the other 38.6. They have a lot of grass to graze. I mean, a lot. And so ultimately what we had to do was separate our babies enough so to avoid conflict and kicking and all of the things that, you know, they get into. Safety, my friends, is of utmost importance. I do believe that with time, we'll find a nice balance with Rita. We'll get her to maybe settle down a little bit and hopefully work with her enough to where she can learn some manners. But in the meantime, we're not going to have our animals bit and kicked. It's one thing for everyone to get a good laugh about Rita snapping at Lester or turning her behind around, showing her butt to us. But it's not funny. There's nothing funny about finding one of our amazing rescues who's pretty much had his skull cracked open because, you know, trying to work on the pecking order with the mare who's just a little filly, who's a little bit overzealous. Anywho, this is the beginning of all of the pasture land for the two geldings and the two donkeys, ponies. They have their own pond. They have all of that and all of this, and then an additional 11 acres behind that fence line over there. So they have tons to eat on. All right, I just wanted to clarify and let you all know what our new arrangements are going to be. And that will be for an indefinite change until we figure out where to go from here.
I come to tell you a story about a man, humble is his way. He'd lend you a helping hand, who took the time to teach kids, that was his profession. Plus drove the school bus when they completed all their lessons. Single father or two, plus a coach could be a lot to juggle. But not when you're working with that I'm a survivor muscle. He took pride in the few animals he raised. Hobby farming by night seems to balance out his days. And he always knew that his best days were yet to come, but didn't know first he had to make it through a storm. Everybody's evacuating, leaving in a hurry. There's trouble on the way, they name it Hurricane Harvey. When you have little resources, not a whole lot of money, it's hard to lock away and secure all of your belongings. So this man and his two boys packed and evacuated, waited for the storm to pass, and it was hard to have patience, cause there were all sorts of rumors that spoke on how you needed a boat for the roads that we drove on, and animals are floating by, helpless and afraid. The storm was cataclysmic, left the town in a rage. The roads finally opened, and it was time to go see the damage that was done. He was kind of scared to proceed, but started down his driveway, water just above both feet. Pull out his phone to capture. Moments later, guess what he seen? It was his little black pig named Patty, dashing his way like a lost child who found daddy. Emotions running high, he didn't know what to do except cry tears of joy, and he ran toward her too. The little goat Meg was like the engine that could, because she never gave up, and the horses, they were good. See, the house was a wreck, but all that could be fixed. It really hurt to see some got caught up in the fence, lost their life. In that moment, he was taken out his element. And then God came and gave him gifts that was heaven sent. Admired how he tended to the animals on land, because that was the initial plan when he made man. And so, he was placed on a whole new surface. The same old land, but a whole new purpose. And 3 months later, he was blessed with a wife, world front and center, watching him rebuild his whole life. So remember this story, when you think you have nothing. I'm a survivor sanctuary. We're all survivors of something.